Yeah, so aim point, how to aim the club, bearing in mind that everyone talks about railway lines, and if you talk about railway lines, then clearly the club's out in front of you. So it might be two lines, shoulder line, club line. And some people talk about when you get double crossed and you swing, because the ball's circular, you can swing on a cross even though you should be lining up correctly. And one of the things we found, obviously doing the aim point checks on the range, dialing in our aim point, which for us is left of target, which naturally should be left of target because that affects the club that's coming in out in front of you. So it'll always be your shoulder line, the club face will always be coming in square over here. Now, obviously we hit a customary sort of fade, that's our natural shot. So the ball will start straight at the aim point, but then it drops in the sky. So obviously, what have we done here? We've done two things. We've mapped it out, and we've also taken the right side of the golf course, and now we are concentrating and playing on the left and bringing it back to the right. So we've narrowed our target scope for the course down to something that's manageable. So every hole we're going to look at something on the left hand side, commit to that, whether it's a tree, a bunker, a bush, something on the horizon, a church spire, something that we can visually say that's what we're aiming at, and then we just hit our natural shot, natural swing, and the ball will either hit the middle of the fairway or middle of the green. And really, if you can do that, you're going to improve, aren't you? Because you're basically doing the basics of golf. There will be those of you that will say, but if you want to get really good, you've got to like really start hitting the pins out, not be aiming at the pins. To a degree, yeah, but if you can just hit greens and reg and fairways, how far are we going to be from a pin if you keep hitting greens? Middle of the green. You hit the middle of any green in golf, the biggest putt you'll have is 20 feet, if that. And that's going to somewhere like St Andrew's Old Course where the greens are like the biggest greens you've ever seen, you know. So dialing your game in at the range doesn't take long. 50 balls it took me, and I just worked my way through the bag. 5 sort of 3 or 4 shots, because pretty much they all go exactly the same, you know, like once you dial it in. So now what you're going to see joined onto this is us dialing it in now on the golf course. So 3 holes every shot. I'll say where I'm aiming it, I'll try and obviously film it, and we'll see where the results are on the ball landing. Also, I've got my GPS watch, so I'll be able to check distances.